Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you, Bante Sumita, to invite me back to Dhamma USA again. Okay, so I hope that the audience have watched my first video when I talk about Tom and Jerry, or how our mind consciousness work, because today the session is going to be related to what I have give you, the foundation. Okay, so this session, I'm going to navigate you into the practice called Vipassana, or the full foundation of mindfulness. But before I go into that, I would like to explain a bit to give you an overall perspective of what exactly we are going to do. Okay, so the reason is only because the way that I teach Buddhism to my students, I do it from the inside out, not the outside in. The word inside, you can use, take this word as well, instead of IN, SIDE, inside. It's going to be this word, insight, INSIGHT. It means that I watch the sight, the scenery from within, okay? And then I project that. I know that that state of mind is the destination that the Buddha wants to help people to get to. I get to that destination within, because all these things is all about spiritual. Okay, it's all about the experience within. Okay, so let's say that I know that experience, and therefore I can navigate you through the shortcut, so that you can get to that state of mind quicker. Okay, the best analogy that I can help you to understand is that all the issue of the problem that we have in life, that make us become very, troublesome, having to face with the mental pain, with the suffering, the first noble truth that the Buddha talked about, okay, which I give you this prop, give you the imagination, give you the realization that what happened to humanity as a whole. Okay, this has nothing to do with Buddhism, Christianity, this and that. No, this teaching is very universal. Okay, because everyone, they all got mental pain, which I told you that this humble bottle of water represents a life form. Okay, so the plastic bit is the part that you call your physical self, rupa, your physical self, which is the only part that you can see yourself in the mirror. It's the only part that reflects in the mirror. But within, we still got the thought, memories, and feelings, okay, which represent the water here in this bottle. And then you also have the consciousness, vijnana, okay, the consciousness, which is represented by this red bit in here. Okay, and then in last session, I have talked about that all the problems in the world, all the problems that every individual face on a daily basis, they all come with our thoughts and feelings, or come with our Jerry, which I represent with this one, okay, come with a Jerry, okay. Jerry is this part as well, this part come with a Jerry. And then when Jerry come in, so Jerry basically is the carrier of all problems, all issue in life, in all individual, in all humanity, okay? I make life very much easier for you. Just wrap it around to just one word, Jerry. Jerry. Okay, so Jerry come to hit our mental self, which is also a true self, is the red part. And this is what happened. See, Jerry churn you, battering you, bully you, punch you, kick you, whatever, that you want to say, which reduce to what? Stress, worry, anxiety, okay, restlessness, and depression, breakdown. The list goes on. So this is Jerry, and this is a true self or mental self within Vijnana. You call it consciousness, but I cannot carry on with my teaching if I use the word consciousness. Okay, so I characterize, personify this nature of a consciousness element into something that I call your mental self, which is also your true self. So we use the language in terms of a storyline, and then we build the storyline so that you know exactly what's going on within. So this is your Jerry, and this is Jerry, okay? And the Jerry, that is the carrier of all your problems. So when Jerry come to hit you, your mental self within, okay, you have this state of mind, okay? And then Jerry just turn you around. So this state of mind is very much like you are, start the journey on the roller coaster of the emotional scale, up and down, gloom and gloom, all these things, okay? Which is not pleasant at all. It's very exhausting, very, okay? And this cause this is the root cause of all the problem in the world, Jerry. Okay, so we come to the good news today. The good news is that on the night of the enlightenment of the Buddha, what happened? The Buddha succeeded to disconnect and go beyond from Jerry. He disconnect and go beyond from all type of Jerry, black Jerry, pink Jerry, white Jerry, and clear Jerry, all type of Jerry. The Buddha succeeded to disconnect and go beyond, which means that the Buddha was the first one who found this ultimate spiritual and mental enlightenment. Okay, he found the ultimate freedom within. And this ultimate freedom within, you can call inner peace, you can call Nirvana, which is the term that the Buddha used. Okay, Nirvana, yeah, this is. And so this has become the third noble truth, because this state of mind, in fact, exists in every single human being. Exists in every human being, okay? Now, you got to bear this in mind, because it's still with you, even though you think that, no, I don't know Nirvana. This inner peace is still with you, but it is being hindered, okay, by this veil, and this veil is our own Jerry. Okay, so the Buddha's navigation is all about trying to help us to unveil this, okay, to unveil, to purge Jerry, away from our head, from our heart, so that you can experience this inner peace within that always been there, always have, and always will be there, never leave you. And this state of mind that you totally have this mental freedom, mental spiritual freedom, the Buddha called Nirvana. Okay, the God belief religion, you can call God, the state of Godhood, the state of kingdom of God. Lao Tzu called Tao, okay, Tao Tao, or you can call the tree of life if you like to. And the neutral term that people in the spiritual community start to get used to it, called source. Okay, so let's say that Nirvana or source is very much like the mother in the ocean. The mother in the ocean, okay, the water, the water in the ocean, okay. And then originally you got, the Buddha in fact talk about this as well. We got this primordial consciousness. This is your consciousness. Vijnana, in fact, is your consciousness, which are called mental self, but it is in the energetic form. And originally, this Vijnana or consciousness fractal from source. Fractal from source, okay, and become and then, okay, fractal from source plus the Jerry, the individual Jerry, it creates the state of individuality, okay, make you different from me, from him, from there, from blah, 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 okay. So this Jerry is the part that caused the state of individuality, separation. Okay, but this separation, it has gone over the top. Let's say it that way. I can't find the right word. Okay, go haywire, go haywire, because this Jerry is the state of yin and yang, the state of duality. And this state of duality is the part that creates the universe, in fact, okay? Without the yin and yang, the pro and con, the black and white, okay, the positive and the negative, the universe cannot be created. It will only be source, okay? But anyway, fast forward and, backward for you. Okay, the Buddha talked about the primordial consciousness. I don't know, well, in Pali, I don't know what it called, but in Thai, it's called Sapawa, or what is it? That ru amata. That, thatu. It means element. Okay, that ru is consciousness, knowing, the knowing nature. That ru, okay, knowing nature. Okay, and the knowing nature, the Buddha used the word eternal. Eternal. So it means that this is the state of eternity, really. Okay, but we are not going to spend time on this part. Okay, we just know that originally there is a primordial consciousness, which is also in the state of eternity, eternal, okay, which us individual consciousness of Vijnana have fractal from source, from this primordial consciousness, and become our individual, person, okay. But because the evolution, okay, because of the long journey of evolution, since we fractal from source, we created this individual Jerry, and this Jerry caused us separated, okay, from our mother. Mother is source, or compared to the water in the ocean, really. Okay, so it means that us as the individual, very much like a droplet of water, okay, been taken by all these different type of Jerry. I'm you, which is different from you, from you. I mean, I am me, different from you, different from he, from she, from there, all these things cause this state of separation. So the separation because of Jerry, okay? And then the separation has gone too far. And because we all forget where we come from and where we should go back to. This is the reason of the mental pain. We are basically a lost soul, or this droplet of water, okay, lost from Mother Ocean, from the main body of the water in the ocean. We are lost, and then we don't know how to go home. So this is the part that we don't know how to go home. You see, we are lost. So the red part is our soul, okay, our mental self, your spirit, your soul, your call it, okay. And then you are lost in your mental jungle, unable to go home. So basically, the enlightenment of the Buddha, including, the teaching of Christ or the ascended master, is all having the same goal. And that same goal is bring our lost soul back home. This is the reason why my logo is bring your mental self back home, or bring your lost soul back home. Okay, or try to help this little tiny droplet of water, roll back. Oh, where's mommy? Where's mommy? Come on, mommy, where are you? Where are you? So this is the role of all the ascended master, bring us back home. So today we are going to come home. Okay, this individual single droplet of water which is lost, trying to find mommy, we are going to, okay, I will help you to find your mommy, and that mommy is source or nirvana. Okay, which means that we are going to do everything to disperse or purge Jerry, dispose of Jerry, okay, dispose of Jerry, because Jerry is the veil that, hinder us from our home, original home. So I'm going to share screen first, okay, and then take you to my right, okay, yeah. So the first picture that I like to show you is this one. Okay, as you know that the Buddha's teaching is made up of 84,000 topics. Okay, 84,000 topics that contain in 45 volumes that you call the Pali Canon, the Tripitaka. Okay, that's separate into three baskets. Okay, so if any one of you would like to spend your life, go through the 84,000 topic, by all means, you're welcome. Okay, but but not me. Okay, and then I'm sure that a lot of people just don't have time to do that and don't have the capacity to do so. So my role is trying to make life easier for you. Okay, so what I do is just pluck out 3 pieces of jigsaw puzzle or 3 topics, that's all. Okay, and these 3 topics is enough for you to help you to understand life in full perspective. Okay, in true perspective. So that 3 topic is the first, the 4 noble truths, the 5 elements, the 5 components that make up of our life form, which have our physical body, our thoughts, memories, and feelings, okay, emotion, and then our vijnana or consciousness. So these 5 elements make up of this human life form. Okay, so which is a very important, subject that we are going to delve into. And then the last one, okay, is the 4 foundation of mindfulness, which is also very important. Okay, which is the means that help you to get to the end. So these 3 topics is enough for you to help you to get to nirvana, really, to get to nirvana. Okay, so as you know that, so please always never forget the goal, the destination that you want to accomplish. Okay, and that destination is nirvana. Nirvana is nothing more than your inner peace, your inner peace plus the wisdom that you will gain when you get to that state of mind. Okay, which is, so I try to get all the words that you can identify with to put all in the same level. So nirvana is the same as the innocent perception. We have perception all the time, but whether our perception is innocent or not is something else. Okay, so okay, right. And then the word here now is very useful. Here now, live your life in the here, in today. Live your life in your immediate moment. Live your life in the here now. We hear so much. Don't worry too much about the past nor the future, because they are not real. Only here now is real. But oh my God, this is very abstract. It needs a lot of explaining to do. Okay, and then another useful word is the ultimate truth, because we hear so many truth, related truth. Everyone claim that they see the truth, but what truth is its ultimate? But in the end, we need to know the ultimate truth that go beyond language, human language, and that state of mind is the same as nirvana. Okay, because nirvana, it will go beyond human language. Human language is the state of duality. Okay, good and bad, negative and positive, always. So therefore, nirvana, it got to be above Jerry, because Jerry is the state of duality. It's the same. Okay, so we have to go above Jerry, go above language. Okay, so you'll know that the 4th noble truth, the noble eightfold path. Okay, if we separate them, you will have the morality. Okay, and then the practice, meditation, and then the goal, panya, wisdom. Okay, so I forgot that picture, but this one will do. So let's set a very clear goal that we are going to nirvana today. Okay, to achieve that blissful state of mind. Okay, and then what you need to do is to observe your precept. observe your precept. Hang on. With this picture, first of all, get rid of your stinginess, okay, by giving dana is giving, okay, giving whatever that you can give, material wealth, okay, giving your patience, forgiving, understanding, giving loving kindness and compassion, giving your time. All this giving just take away from you, take away the ego, a bit of ego from you first, because this part is the preparation to help you to get to nirvana, to be able to purge, dispose of Jerry, sooner than later. Okay, so your ego got to be small, really small, if you want to get to nirvana. You cannot have big ego. No. Okay, and then second part that you need to do is to observe your moral precept. Okay, at least all your precept, mean that all the good thing do it, all the bad thing don't do it. Yeah, but precept, even just the basic 5 moral precept is not easy. It can be very tricky. Okay, so I just tell you to just do your best. But the most important thing, you got to do the pavana. The pavana, that is the meditation practice, that is the vipassana, which is the part that can help you, is a direct route, help you to get to nirvana, okay, much sooner than later. Okay, so this is the part that I'm going to navigate you today. Okay, right. Get the destination clear first. Sorry, I don't know how long Bhante going to give me today, but I try to wrap up quick. I don't want to waste you too much time. But with the practice, we can't rush really. Okay, so come back to the goal. On the night of the enlightenment of the Buddha in Gaya, okay, the Buddha experienced this ultimate freedom, or the ultimate truth, really. Okay, and then he gave us the summary, and that summary is: no happiness is greater than your inner peace. I mean, this is a very strong, powerful endorsement. You don't have to find anything. If you can really truly understand this sentence, your life can be settled very quickly, because you don't waste time to searching for something that is have less importance than your inner peace. That's all. Okay, so if your inner peace is the most important thing, because there is no happiness is greater than this, why you waste time for another thing? This is your priority. So set your life accordingly, so that you can have access to your inner peace, more often. That's all there is to it. So simple, so easy. Okay, and then he also said nirvana is the best kind of happiness. Hence, nirvana is nothing but your inner peace, okay, which is also the best kind of happiness. That's all there is to it. So please, everyone, set this goal very clearly within, and then we are going toward this goal, okay, toward this goal. Right. Hang on. Let me bring you back to this. So don't forget that this is the reason why we are here, sitting here. Okay, get ready to do meditation, because you've got the mental pain, right? You've got the mental pain. You don't forget that. Okay, so I fast forward to this. Right. So basically, we are here at position A, where we have all this stress, worry, anxiety, restlessness, loneliness, fear, anger, envy, or losing control of your mind. This is the most scary state of mind. I hate it. I had a lot in the past. When you're a mom, when you're a mother with 3 children, and a husband to look after, you have this, all the same, okay? No exception. Even though you got a nanny to look after your kid, you still have this, okay? Worry about something else. So this is the universal truth. Is the first noble truth of suffering, the first noble truth of mental pain, that every single human on earth shared all the same. Okay, we can't argue with this. We can't argue, with the Buddha with this. And then with the help of the Buddha, the great compassion to humanity. The Buddha came down, his ascended master came down, okay, I'm going to help you, and then led him to the night in Gaya, 2,608 years ago, I think, okay, in Gaya. He reached that ultimate enlightenment, disconnect and go beyond from all Jerry. So that is the time, that was the time that he experienced this bliss, this inner bliss, which is so awesome, absolutely awesome. Okay, that is peace, the calm, the mental stability, the mental tranquility, no fear, you know, full of confidence, and above all, I love this one, in control. Being in control of your mind, in control of Jerry. Jerry, come, go away, Jerry. This is called in control. Don't mess around with me, Jerry, that kind of thing. This is what the Buddha achieved on that night, which is so important, which is so powerful. And he gave us this tool. He gave us this tool. So come back to this. Position A is the first noble truth of suffering. The first noble truth of suffering. Boom, 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 boom. B is the third noble truth of the end of suffering, the end of mental pain, because Jerry is thrown away, go away, okay? It's disposed of already. And the second noble truth, if you don't know, you know it now, is Jerry. I make life easier for you, okay? The second noble truth is the cause of suffering. Last time that I told you about it, all talk about Jerry. You don't have to go and read. If you want to, yeah, by all means, you're welcome to read in the, you know, the Pali Canon. But I make it easier for you. I squeeze into half a teaspoonful. Jerry is the cause of all suffering. It's the root cause of all suffering in humanity, among humankind. You don't have to look elsewhere. Look for Jerry, okay? Not Tom and Jerry, the cartoon character. This Jerry within, this is more frightening. Yeah, more destructive than any other Jerry, okay? Right. So the first noble truth is the noble truth of suffering. The second noble truth is the noble truth of the cause of suffering, which is Jerry. The third noble truth is the end of mental pain, the end of suffering, which is position B. And the best part is that the Buddha gave us the tool that can help us to get to position B, you know, to purge Jerry. And that is the fourth noble truth, the fourth noble truth called the Noble Eightfold Path, okay, which started from right view. The right view, or everything that I gave it to you last time and this time is all about right view. It means that you are starting this spiritual journey to position B. You're starting this spiritual journey to your inner peace or to nirvana already, okay? It's very simple. And then today, we are going to cover the Samma Sati and Samma Samadhi, the seventh and the eighth of the Noble Eightfold Path. Okay, that is the right mindfulness and the right meditation. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, so this picture already cover, you know, three out of four noble truth. Okay, and that is, but Jerry also, you know already the second noble truth. So the fourth foundation of mindfulness or vipassana is the fourth noble truth. However, you know, in Thailand, even in Thailand, the land of contradiction, because you think that go to Thailand, you would learn so much about, you know, Buddhism, but you see only the ritual, the ceremony, what you call, you know, the Buddhist culture, you know, which is a very thick crust, the bark that cover the tree, the essence of the tree, or cover the essence of the core teaching of the Buddha. So even Thai people, when you talk about vipassana, say, what is nothing to do with me. Vipassana is for monk, for temple goer, for those broken heart people, not for me, that kind of thing, which is wrong. which is wrong. This is the reason why I need to give people the analogy, okay, what exactly is Vipassana. So we move to this next picture. This next picture, okay. So the first analogy, try to help people to know what Vipassana is. Come back to this prop again, which I said a bit earlier, okay. This red part is our true self, which is called your inner, your mental self, okay, your consciousness, Vijnana, okay. And this part is Jerry. So when Jerry come to hit you, when the problem come to hit you, you are being lost in your mental jungle, unable to come home. Remember that? Unable to come home. Yeah, you unable to come home because you are lost in your mental jungle. So Vipassana or mindfulness meditation is nothing more than the Buddha literally, go to hold on your hand, but not your physical hand, your mental self hand. Okay, come on, I'm taking you home, back home to Mother Nature, back home to the main body of the ocean, this droplet of water. Okay, so Vipassana is bring your mental self back home. BMSBH. Bring your mental self back home. I dropped the Y, otherwise it's too long. Okay, so this is the first analogy for Vipassana or mindfulness meditation. And then second analogy is that you can view Jerry as your viruses or bacteria, the illnesses, the germ, the pathogen that eat your mental self up, eat you up until you got so much pain within. Okay, so the Buddha said, oh, you're too much pain, suffering, here, your medication, throw a pack of medication for you, eat that, and then it can cure your mental pain, your spiritual pain. But the person who is going to eat this spiritual medication called Vipassana is not your physical body, obviously. It got to be your mental self, your inner self, your spiritual self, okay? So which is getting more complicated now, because it doesn't mean that, when you close your eyes, your inner self or your higher self, pop in straight away. Hello, I'm going to take you on your journey, spiritual journey. It's nothing like that. That's why you need to have a teacher. Okay, on the spiritual journey, you need to have a teacher to guide you, to navigate you, because when you close your eyes, the universe is in there is very complex, very complex. So anyway, okay, the second analogy is that Vipassana or mindfulness meditation can be compared to medication, okay, that you can take, but the person who can take this medication is your mental self. And then, just in case there's still somebody who still cannot understand what's going on, I don't understand what you said. So this is the last analogy. If you can't understand this one, I won't give you anymore, okay? This last analogy, Vipassana is compared to a car, a transport, a vehicle, okay, that the Buddha throw for us. Throw it first. Okay, now you are in position A. Okay, you must get to position B, where you can be in control of your Jerry, okay, where you can be free from your mental pain, all these things. Go on, drive this car. Drive this car. But who is going to drive this car? Once again, not this physical body. The one who got to drive is your mental self. Is your mental self got to drive this car. Okay, drive this car. So today I'm going to be your driving instructor. I'm going to be your driving instructor. Okay, you're going to sit by me. I'm going to tell you a step by step how to drive this spiritual car, this energetic car. Okay, right? So that you can get to position B, where you can find your inner peace. That is very awesome, where you can be in control of your own Jerry. So are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so we start from here. This picture again, Jerry banging on our head, within, Jerry within. Okay, physically, you can only see all this crumpled face, that's all. Okay, so this is a good picture to depict our 5 components make up of this life form. I make it very clear to you. You got one part body, okay? In Pali, you call rupa. Rupa, R-U-P-A, rupa, rupa. Okay, this rupa, one word, represent, the Buddha represent not only just us, this physical body, no. It's us, including the entirety of the universe. It's massive, okay? Rupa alone is us all the way to the edge of the universe, to the final frontier, if there is any final frontier, the edge of the universe, okay? And then you also got your mind. So mind, in my definition, I make it very clear to you, okay? No ambiguity here. Mind is your thoughts, your memories, and your feelings, or Jerry, okay? Which is separated and different from your consciousness element. The consciousness element, you can call your soul, your spirit, your consciousness. I call the mental self, which is also your true self, your inner self, okay? And your mind consciousness, okay, or mind spirit, they are in the energetic form. They are not tangible. They are not in the physical form. And they don't reflect on the mirror, in the mirror for you to understand. If you can see it in the mirror, it's easy, isn't it? It's easy. Okay, this and that. You know, it will be scientific enough for you to suss it out what is what, you know, who is the real culprit in here. But all these things, they're all in the energetic form and trapped inside this physical body. That's make it very difficult, okay, to understand. So today, you know, I think if anyone who don't know me, and I don't I don't expect you to just believe me, but today what you need is a leap of faith, okay? Open your mind for this woman to navigate you. I know you don't know me, and I'm not a monk, I'm not a nun, I don't have uniform, I put makeup on, who knows, you know, and I don't read books. But this body, the Buddha said that this body is the big book, I told me, it's the big book. It's the big book, extremely big, because it contains the inner universe, and this inner universe, okay, create this physical universe outside. As within, so without, means that if you know how this inner universe works, you will understand this material universe out here. Okay, without knowing how your inner universe works, there is no way that you can understand out there, and there is no way that you can find a solution for all this mayhem, all this problem that we have. And this inner universe is made up of what? Jerry, all this Jerry make up your inner universe, and it's vast, and it's so it's more massive, it's bigger, it's more, much more, you know, complex than the outside universe. Okay, that's why we need all these ascended master like Buddha, Christ, Zoroaster, Lao Tzu, all these people, you know, to help us understand. But among this, the Buddha gave us this tool called Vipassana, which is very important, that can help you to really explore your inner universe. So basically today, what we are going to do is trying to be a spiritual scientist. Okay, now look at this picture, okay? So what happened is that your physical body is the subject in the physical world, external world, in your physical world, okay? As for your inner world, your inner universe, the subject is your mental self. Sometimes you call your higher self, okay? Yeah, your inner world, that your mental self is the subject. And it is your mental self who going to be the one who walk home, okay? Who is going to be the one, your mental self going to be the one who take this medication. Your mental self going to be the one who drive this car. I will drive this car that will take you to position B. So therefore, it is very important that you know how to use your mental self with the mental eye. So I'm going into that in a bit, okay? So this is another image that can depict quite well when you are being bombarded by a whole army of Jerry that trash you like that, a whole army. You're stupid, you are ugly, you're fat, all these things. And then you keep on thinking about it, think, oh, I'm going to kill myself because I'm ugly and stupid and all this. Yeah, problems, issue. Okay, now we are going to purge all these Jerry, go away, Jerry, right? So this is what we're going to do, okay, by using Vipassana or mindfulness meditation, okay? So we got a whole army of Jerry, and then you're going to follow the step by step that I'm going to guide you, navigate you, okay? And then Jerry will be purged bit by bit until you can claim your mental space back. That Thai word means mental space, okay? Where there is no Jerry, okay? It's your mental space, right? That's it. We're going to make our mind, you know, very placid and beautiful. Yeah. So this is how we start. Okay. Now look at this part very carefully before we go into the actual practice. Okay. I'm going to explain like this. You got your physical self, and then you got your mental self. Your mental self in the energetic form. You cannot see in the mirror, but it is there, and it is your real self as well. Okay, right. So your physical self got the physical eyes. Your mental self also got the mental eyes, and eyes are for viewing, observing, looking, seeing. Okay, look. Okay, right. Later on, we're going to close our physical eyes down, and then we are going to use a mental eye, okay, to view three groups of scenery. And that three groups are your breath, your movements, motion, okay, and your physical sensation. So when you close your eyes, okay, these are the three groups of scenery that you're going to look at. Why we need to look at these three groups of scenery? Because they are the foundation of mindfulness. So these are the basic element, the basic part of our life, okay, that you need to anchor on, that you need to come back to. So use the story language. So these three parts, your breath, movement, and sensations, are the homes where your mental self can take refuge. Yeah, easier to understand, right? These are the three homes where your mental self can take refuge. And we are going to bring a mental self back home to your breath, home to your movements, home to your physical sensation. Okay, now let's have a look at the third one. We skip this first. Now, as I say, our mental self also got the mental eye. And the concept of the mental eye, the third eye, the inner eye, all this is not a new concept at all. In fact, the third eye, inner eye, like this concept is pre-enlightenment, because this is the knowledge from the Vedas time. The Vedas time, which is more ancient than Buddhism. Okay, Buddhism, the Vedas, you know, Brahman, this name already exists in Indian society before the Buddha. Buddha was one of the king, you know, the caste system. Yeah. And the Brahman is already there. Okay, so the inner eye, the third eye, is significance role, really important role there. Okay, because this is your third eye that you're going to use as a tool to explore into your inner universe. Okay, that's why the Indian, you know, put this red dot here and call bindi, B-I-N-D-I, bindi. So later on, okay, you are going to close your physical eyes down and then open your third eye, your inner eye, and then use this third eye to explore into your inner world. But I will navigate you. Don't worry, I will navigate you. So let's have a look at this picture before you close your eyes, okay? So this man is very much like our mental self, okay? And the storm, let's say 100 miles, 150 miles an hour, is very much like our problems, our issue, all these things that boom, 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 you know, in here, which is very, very strong at times. So what the Buddha help us is that give us this pose. Go on, I give you this, you know, medication, this pill or this pose. Hold on to that pose. So this pose act as the anchor, okay, for a mental self to cling on, to hold on, so that we can create this mental stability, this mental strength, okay? So this pose represent your breath, your movement, your sensation will act as the foundation or the anchor for your mental self to hold on. So later on, what you need to do is that you're going to close your eyes and then use your inner eyes, your mental eye, okay, or your bindi, to be wholeheartedly focused on your breath, on your motion, on your physical sensation, okay? Right, come back to this part again so that you can see clearly. And then in between, while you are focusing on the anchor, on the home, okay, stay home, you, of course, Jerry would butt in, okay. Let me look at this. Okay, so you're going to use this one, right? Yeah, so this is, let's say, your physical self. You got the physical self, and then you got the mental self. And then you're going to use your mental eye to watch your breath, movement, sensation on the physical body, right? But in between, Jerry might butt in, okay? And then make you drift along with Jerry, think of this, think of that. I got to call this, I got to check my email, my Facebook, my this and that. Okay, so this is the golden rule that you need to follow. Very strictly as well. Golden rule, follow, okay? When Jerry come in, butt in like this, the first thing you must do is do not engage with Jerry. Because if you engage, you're going to drift along with Jerry. We mean that Jerry take you away from home and then you get lost again, okay? Do not engage. Do not entertain Jerry. Oh, this Jerry, you know, I'm thinking of something really nice, something really beautiful. Go on, give me 1 minute. No 1 minute. No, hurts Jerry always. Okay, don't entertain Jerry, no matter how wonderful it is. No. And don't compromise with Jerry. Oh gosh, this is a £1 million, you know, project. Give me some 2 minutes to think. No, do not think. You do one thing only. Cut the cord. No matter what kind of Jerry that come in, cut the cord. Be brave, be decisive, be strong. Okay, just cut the cord from Jerry. Once you cut the cord, you come back home to your breath, home to your movements, home to your physical sensation. So this is the way that you can purge Jerry, so that, you know, this veil of Jerry can be, you know, uplift, okay, can be lifted and allow you to experience this awesome inner bliss, which is really awesome, really beautiful, really, oh, make your heart melt. Okay, right, are you ready? Okay, so this part that I'm going to lead you, I got to close my eyes and meditate with you. Okay, you are not going to, there is no need to watch the clip anymore. Just listen to the sound that I'm going to guide you. I'm going to, hang on, stop this. Okay, right. So sit very comfortably. Okay, you can sit cross-legged on the floor. You can sit on the chair. I'm sitting on the chair now, but I prefer to sit cross-legged on the chair. But it's okay. Whatever that you want to sit is fine. However that you want to sit is fine. Just make yourself comfortable. Okay, and then before I guide you into your inner world, into how to bring your mental self back home, I got to I better explain first that every teacher have their own technique. Okay, have their own technique. Every technique is right. There is no wrong and right and wrong. Okay, every technique is right. Okay, you can use the technique of just watching your breath, or the technique of walking meditation, whatever it is fine. As long as that technique can take you all the way, can help you to purge Jerry and get you to this final destination of your inner bliss. That's all the matter. That's all the matter. So my technique, I prefer to use the way that tap, 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 because it can create a very strong ground or strong foundation, strong anchor for you to pin on, to hold on. Remember that pose? This thing got to hold on to something, hold on to the foundation, hold on to the anchor. So basically what you call the sticky mind, the sticky part is Jerry. Jerry, when it, take you over, it go here and there, monkey mind or sticky mind, that some people like to use. Really, they refer to Jerry, because Jerry is thing, drift, and it's very sticky as well, that you cannot purge it very easily. That's why you got to follow the golden rule, religiously. Okay, don't drift too much. If you drift, is fine, but be aware of yourself sooner than later, and then purge and then cut the cord right away. Okay, right. Enough of the instruction. Get to the point. Get to the real practice now. Okay, right. Please, everyone, sit with your back straight. With your back straight. And then take a few deep breaths, please. A few deep breaths. And follow my guideline very carefully. Listen attentively, and then try to apply into the practice so that you can walk the path with me. Okay. Now, once your physical eyes close down, you still have this very strong sense of self. The strong sense of self, knowing that you are here. You are sitting on the chair. You're still very much alive, kicking. You can hear Supawan's voice. Okay. Knowing all this, it's just the endorsement that you have the consciousness element. Because all this instinctive knowing that you are alive is the working of your consciousness element, Vijnana, your consciousness element. This consciousness element, which I call mental self, allow you to be conscious, allow you to know that you are still alive and kicking. Okay, so I'm going to highlight, okay, this part for you, so that you know that this is the subject and how to use this subject to start walking the path, how to use this subject to come home, to take the pill, to drive the car. Right, please, everyone, use your hand and then tap onto your face, onto your cheek. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, smack. Tap onto your arms. create the very overwhelming sensations onto your arms. And then your legs, tap onto your legs. Right. Now sit still, listen carefully. After the tapping or smacking onto your body, we all know that you have this overwhelming sensation on the surface of your skin, on the skin, right? So the overwhelming sensation right now, whatever you want to call, pain, tingling, whatever, is on your physical body, situated on your physical body. But there is another part, another function, which is act as the observer, the viewer, the knower, the looker. And that subject, that looker, that viewer toward the object, the pain, is your consciousness element or your mental self. Sorry, let me sip the water. So right now, we got two parts, the subject and the object. The subject is your mental self or your consciousness, which act as the viewer, the observer of the sensation, the objects. The sensation is situated on your physical body after the tapping, okay? But the one who knows the sensation is your mental self. Your mental self is using your mental eye, your bindi, to view, okay? To view the pain. So this part is to highlight, sorry. This part is to highlight for you, let you know the nature of your mental self, who from now on is going to act as the subject to walk the path from position A to position B, from the state of boom, boom, boom with mental pain to position B, where you have your awesome mental stability, the mental bliss, okay? So how exactly you can walk this path? What exactly this mental self have to do? So bear in mind, this journey, okay, from A to B is your spiritual journey, is your mental or spiritual journey. So your physical body sits still. This is not a physical journey. Your physical body sits still, but your mental self have to do the walking, have to do the work. And that work is using your mental eye. The mental eye belongs to your mental self to wholeheartedly focus, okay, wholeheartedly focus or look or view, observe your breath, your movements, your physical sensation, which act as the anchor, the post, the pole, the foundation that the Buddha have guided us to do. So we are going to do just that. We're going to do just that. So I'm going to ask you to tap yourself again, and then we are going to bring our mental self back to the first home, which is the sensation again, because this is a very strong anchor. It's easier for you to see to begin with. Okay, so once again, please, everyone, use your hands, your finger, and massage on both sides of your temple, your headache points. We are going to create all the different type of sensation on your physical body, and then massage your earlobes and tap onto your face. Next, tap onto your arms. The other side of your arms. Tap, 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 tap. Tap onto your stomach. And then tap onto your legs. Tap onto your legs. Right, sit still. Sit still. And then use your mental eye. Your mental eye, where's your mental eye? Is where your bindi is, okay? Your third eye, by your eyeball, by your eye socket, in that area, okay? It got the psychological, what's it, status in there, because the eyes, that is the eyes area. So use your mental eye to look wholeheartedly, fully focus onto the sensation right now. So you got the observer, the viewer, which is your mental self using the mental eye to view. And then you got the object. The object is your physical sensations right now. Quite overwhelming. So use your mental eye, the subject, look at the object. Don't drift along with your Jerry, cut the cord. Always look. Look at the changing nature of your sensations. Look at the intensity of the sensation changing gradually. So as you are looking like this, I'd like you to also know that this is exactly how you bring your mental self back home. This is exactly how your mental self is taking the medication that the Buddha gave us. This is also exactly how your mental self is driving this energetic car called Vipassana. By using your mental eye to fully focus on your physical sensation right now. Keep on looking. You have now engaged in this spiritual journey. Start walking from position A, mental pain, toward position B, free from Jerry, to the blissful state of mind. Keep on walking. Don't drift. Breathe deeply from time to time. Still looking. Don't drift along with Jerry. Stay home. Cling on to the anchor. Cling on to the foundation of self-awareness. The intensity of the physical sensation, which was quite overwhelming earlier, it has become weaker and weaker. The changing nature is happening continuously, gradually. Keep on looking. Keep on looking at the detail of the change. The sensation, I can only judging from my own experience, on my physical body. I can now see that the throbbing at the end of my fingers, the fingertip, still quite strong. I can see them very clearly. When I said that I can see them, I don't see them with my physical eyes, obviously. I see them with my mental eye. Sorry. Keep on looking at every little minute detail of your inner scenery. And in this case, your physical sensation after the tapping. The physical sensation is nearly gone, almost 95% gone from my body. I can still feel the throbbing at the tip of my fingers. But some of you might have gone already. Okay. Right. Suppose that all the physical sensation after the tapping have all gone, vanished into thin air. As you are sitting in this posture, there are sensations here and there, which also act as the anchor, the foundation, or the home, where your mental self can take refuge to. So let's have a look. Where are they? Now, please look at the sensation of your bottom pressing onto the seat. That is quite a big area there. Have a look. The sensation of your back leaning against the backing of the chair, if you happen to lean against the backing, another big area there. The sensation of both of your hands touching your legs, which is what I'm doing now. More sensations there. Also the sensation of both of your feet touching the floor. How about the sensation of your clothing rubbing against your skin, your body? More sensations there, here and there. Okay, so please everyone look. The bottom, your back, your hands, your feet, and everywhere. You see, all these, you have seen them before, all these sensations here and there at every moment of your life. But we never know that these sensations have the role to play. And that role is the home where your mental self can take refuge. These are the anchor. These are the foundation of your self-awareness. Okay? So you are going to look at all this, never the same as before again. because you will always know that these are the home where a mental self can take refuge. And home is a safe place. No place like home. So how to bring your mental self back to this home? You only just observe. Use your mental eye, your third eye. Just simply observe, focus wholeheartedly, that's all. Very simple, very simple. Okay. Now I'm going to introduce another home, that is the movement or the motion. Now, please, everyone, use your hands and then stroke your legs, go around your knees. Your legs go around your knees. Do them very slowly in a very slow motion. As you are going around your knees, I like you to lean forward. Lean forward, create more motion, more movement. There is no need for you to open your physical eyes and then see your motion, okay? Because the scenery of the sensation and the motion, they are different anyway. They are different, you know. I cannot describe how different, but your mental eyes can distinguish the difference of the motion, the rhythm of the movement, different from the sensation. So let's have a look. Okay, so I intend to look at the rhythm of the motion, the rhythm of the movement, but my mental eye, my bindi, can also view the physical sensation. Because I'm wearing the pants, the material is quite coarse. So as I'm rubbing, as my hand rubbing against my pants, I can feel that very strong sensation in my hands, which is quite natural. Okay, it is very natural for your mental eyes, your inner eye, to view this true group of scenery in one viewing. It's very much like you look at the sky, you will see the cloud. You look at the cloud, you see the sky in one viewing. There is no way that you can separate these two things. Likewise, you cannot separate the rhythm of the movement from the sensation. You got to view these two groups of scenery together. And in fact, you can add the third group of scenery as well. Keep on stroking, everyone. Keep on stroking. And at the same time, take a deep breath. Breathe deeply. Inhale deeply. As you are inhaling deeply, can you see that your mental eye can also manage to see your breath, the scenery related to your breath too? Okay, so from now on, we are going to train a mental eye, an inner eye, okay, to view these three groups of scenery together in one viewing. You can choose to focus on the scenery that is very obvious to you. Like to me, at this moment, the sensation is very obvious. The sensation as well as the movement, the rhythm of the movement is very obvious to my mental eye. So I choose to focus on this too. Whereas my breathing, it comes and goes. When I do the inhaling, it may be obvious and I can see them too. Okay, so what you need to do is to wholeheartedly focus on these three groups of scenery. It doesn't matter whichever group or the whole three groups together in one viewing. Okay. These are the foundation of mindfulness. These are the anchor. These are the home. Always remember this. These three things are the home where your mental self can take refuge. Okay. So these are the basic part that the Buddha navigate us into our inner world. So you got to practice this part very religiously and follow the golden rule. The golden rule is that never engage with Jerry. Do not engage Jerry. Don't compromise with Jerry. Don't entertain Jerry. Always cut the cord. Always cut the cord from Jerry. Why we need to do that? We come back to what we said earlier, because Jerry is the root cause of all mental pain. This is the reason why we need to dispose of Jerry, purge Jerry, kick Jerry out of our house. Don't feed them, kick them out. We need to lift this veil which obstruct us, okay, hinder us to see our mental space. See our mental space, because we have too many Jerry within. So this is the process of how to disperse Jerry, dispose of Jerry, purge Jerry. So while we are doing this, you cannot have anything to associate with Jerry. Don't drift. Follow the golden rule. Cut the cord. Okay? Right, I'm going to keep my mouth shut now so that you can do this for another 3 minutes. In between, breathe deeply from time to time and don't drift. Focus wholeheartedly. Try to observe every little minute detail that associate with your breath, with your motions, with your physical sensation. Feel them, look at them wholeheartedly. Right, everyone, I'd like you to slow your movement down, really slow down and bring it to a halt. Stop stalking and then straight away, observe your breath and the tingling sensation in your hands, your wrist, your legs, where you stroke. Still carry on with bringing your mental self back home. Never stop that part. Your mental self still keep on walking the path. Walking the path means use your mental eye to wholeheartedly observe on your breathing. on your physical sensation, the tingling right now. Keep on looking, observing. This is called walking the path from A to B. Look at the changing nature of your physical sensation. The tingling sensation changing very gradually. So in this part, you are actually looking at the three main characteristics of everything. Anicca, dukkha, anatta. The changing nature and the no self. Can you see that? So instead of reading and learning by heart, chanting, we are looking at the real knowledge now. Seeing the real thing, changing all the time. Can you see that? From nothing, something well up. Last for a fraction of a moment, and then turn into nothing, anatta again. Okay. Right, I'm going to introduce you to another technique. Okay, all these very simple technique, but it worked really well to purge Jerry. Okay, so suppose some of you, you still have lots of Jerry that need to kicked out of your house. So I will introduce this really vigorous technique. Please, everyone, fist your hands, and then thumb your legs from above your knees, upward, up and down, really thumb up and down. Create a very strong, overwhelming sensation so that we can use as a very strong anchor, strong foundation, strong home for your mental self to cling on, to take refuge. Right, that's it. And then sit still and straight away use your mental eye to wholeheartedly focus, fully focus on your breath and your physical sensation. The sensation is very strong. It's a very good anchor for you to hold on, for your mental self to cling on, hold on. The way that you hold on is by using your mental eye to look, to focus, fully focus. And once you focus, you can see the three characteristics, the changing nature of everything. And know that this is the way to purge Jerry out of your house. Now look at the throbbing sensation here and there. I can see the throbbing sensations very strong at the tip of my fingers. Whereas the tingling sensation, the intensity has been dropping very gradually. I'd like you to notice that you begin to look at all this sensation with joy, with contentment, almost pleasure, almost joyful, just to look at this simple sensation, but in a way that you never experienced before. Can you see that? Now, I'm using the language that the non-practitioner cannot understand. Because the language that I'm using now is the spiritual language within, which associate with the scenery that our mental eyes are experiencing, our mental self are experiencing. I'm walking this path with you. This path is from position A, where we have the mental pain. We are walking toward position B, where all the mental pain or jerry come to an end. And see only our inner peace. Okay? This is the journey I'm talking about. This is not a physical journey. It's a mental and spiritual journey. And the subject who is walking this path is our mental self, which I have highlighted for you earlier. So as we are walking the path, doing this, doing that, tapping, stroking, thumping, observing the sensations, this is the walking the path. Okay? I'd like you to begin to notice that the way that you look at your sensations in meditation like this, it is different from the street walker or the non-practitioner now. Okay, I'm going to guide you to look again. Please, everyone, tap onto your face, tap onto your legs. Okay, that's it. And then look at the tingling sensation. Can you see that? You can even see the beauty in something that the non-practitioner, the street walker, may call pain. How can the pain can be viewed as beautiful, joyful, with pleasure, just to look at them? Now, this is the language that the non-practitioner cannot understand. You have to walk the path with me to be able to understand what I mean by this. You got to be able to see with your own mental eye to understand this language, to understand the scenery within as you are walking the path to position B. Okay? And this is the navigation that the Buddha gave us, and I navigate you now. Right. Don't open your eyes just yet. Keep your eye closed. The next thing that I'm going to guide you to look at is, please everyone, look into your head area. Using your mental eye, just, psychologically look into your head and see. Can you experience or see the silence? I use the word see to correspond with the word I. Okay? This is a matter of wording. Just don't get confused, trapped in there. Okay? Use your mental eye, look into your head. Can you see the silence? Can you see that, oh, your mental monologue have subsided? I would like to hope so anyway. You see the silence, the quietness, the stillness within. If you see that, it means that what you have done just now, earlier, up to this point, in tapping, stroking, thumping, watching, the tingling sensation, all this, those are the actual factor, the actual technique that the Buddha gave us to purge Jerry. And then once Jerry is out of the way, what left behind is the silence, the stillness, which earlier I used the term your mental space. The quality of your mental space is void of Jerry, is peaceful, is very calm, very blissful, very tranquil. Can you see that? There are so many adjectives that you can use to describe, but the actual experience is only one. Only one. One taste, one experience, one feel. Sorry. So if you see the silence, if you see the mental space, your experience of your mental space and mind is exactly the same. The space has only one texture. Even the physical space got one texture all the same. No matter it's here in England, you in America, those in Thailand, on Mars, in the space, space is space, space is void. One texture all the same. Mental space is also one texture all the same. There is no two texture, no. So if you see the silence, if you see your mental space, you see exactly the same as me. And then we talk the same language now. So if you see your mental space, this experience in itself have no words, no label, just experience. The experience being viewed, being observed, being seen, being looked at by your mental eye. I try to make it very clear-cut for you, okay? And this mental space is void of Jerry. Jerry has no role, no part in this experience. However, for the sake of communication, for the sake of delivering the knowledge to you, the Buddha have to use language to explain to you, to call the name of this experience that is void of Jerry. So the Buddha used the term vimutti sukh. Vimutti. It means the vimutti, happiness, or the peace, the calm, is the state of mind that is void, that is happy due to the disappearance of your thoughts and feelings, or Jerry, called vimutti. Alternatively, the Buddha used the term nirvana. I can only chant in Thai. Nippanang paramang sunyang. Nippanang, nibbana, is void. Sunyang, anatta, sunyang, it means void. Void only from Jerry. Void from our thoughts. The chattering in our head is the result of Jerry. All this chatting, the monologue, talking in our head is the role of Jerry. Once Jerry is purged, left behind is your mental space. And this mental space, the Buddha called nirvana, along with many other words that you would like to call. But please always remember that those words are only label. They are not the actual experience. They are not the real knowledge. They are only words, only label. But the actual experience has no words. And this actual experience is indeed the real knowledge. The actual mental space, mental freedom, actual nirvana is within you, who have been walking the path from A to B with me. I'm your driving instructor, your navigator. We walk alongside together, and then we talk, we describe the scenery within with the language that the non-practitioner cannot understand. Right, everyone, I'd like you to really look at your mental space carefully, thoroughly. The next thing you got to ask yourself and answer for yourself is that, Do you like or fell in love with your very own mental space or not? This mental space gives you your mental freedom. This state of mind, you are not subjected to Jerry at all. You are free. Now, ask yourself, do you like it? Do you fall in love with it? I know my answer. I have fell in love with this state of mind some 40, nearly 50 years ago. And it is this knowledge, this state of mind that shaped my life up till I have this moment right now, sharing the knowledge with you. But this is not something I can force upon people. I guide you to have a look. I guide you along this path so that you can see this awesome experience within by yourself, by your own mental eye. Okay? By your own mental eye. And then you answer for yourself whether you like it or not. Because the answer is that if you like it, if you fell in love with this state of mind, this mental space, this mental freedom, you will act accordingly. You will know what the priority of your life is. You will reset your way of life so that you will make sure that you will have access to this magnificent mental freedom, mental space more often. You will make sure that this state of mind, mental space, mental freedom or nirvana is playing a big part in your life, in your everyday life. You will act accordingly because no one can tell you, can force you to do this. Okay? We all have a free will. My role is only being a navigator for you, being your driving instructor, guiding you to go back to your home, to your real home. Okay, so, right. I'm going to stop talking for another minute, allow you to really have a good look into your mental space. And then we got to open our eyes later on now. One more minute. Right, everyone. Now, before you open your eyes, I'm going to give you another technique that can help you to still carry on walking the path, even though your physical eyes is open, okay? Right, please tap your face again. Tap your arms. The other side of your arms. Your stomach. And then your legs. Okay, right. Right, before you open your eyes, okay, Use your mental eyes to look at the tingling sensation. At the same time, you can see your mental space as well. Okay? The mental space is always there. It doesn't disappear only because you tap yourself, you move, okay? It's always there in the background. You just have to notice that it's there. Right, everyone, take a deep breath and then slowly open your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. Now your physical eyes is open now. The tingling sensation is still there. Still use your mental eye to look at your sensations as well as looking at your mental space. The mental space is not disappear only because you move, because you open your eyes. It's always there. Even I'm using Jerry doing the talking, but I can still see my mental space. If I cannot see my mental space, I can't teach. I got nothing to teach. Okay. So I like you to know that what we have been doing is about training your mental self to walk the path from position A, boom, 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 pain, to position B, hurting Jerry, until you can see your mental space. And this mental space, also your mental freedom, where Jerry play no part. Free. Feeling absolutely awesome. Magnificent. I don't have many words to use because I don't want to. What I want is to guide you, or the individual person who have the interest, who got the thirst for this knowledge, to see for your own, by your own mental self, your own mental eye. Okay, this is more important. It's only those who got the real interest. See for yourself, because there is no word that can really, describe how wonderful it is within. Okay, so I got to wrap up now because it's too long. Yeah, but I cannot do it short. I'm sorry. I cannot do it short because all the things that I need to explain to you. In summary, I want to leave it to you with this. Knowledge that the full foundation of mindfulness, vipassana, or bring your mental self back home, okay, is the way that the Buddha guide us, navigate us back to the basic first, guide us into our inner universe, okay, and then this very first part guide us back to the basic. That basic is for us is a mental self, to know your home or your mental space, which is the host mind. This is another subject that I need to talk about. I need to explain to you if I'm invited back, okay? This is the mental space of the home. This is the nature of the host mind that everyone have all the same. So this is the basic that everyone must come back first. So you must know your home first. So this droplet, little droplet of water, once you get to this mental space, it means that you have found your mommy. You found the body of the water in the ocean. Oh, mommy's there. And then this droplet, bing, drop, ding. Always one. One is all. All is one, one is all. Is within this mental space. You are directly connecting to source. No Jerry in between. No, no, no. Because Jerry is the part that creates this separation, this division. Bad news. Okay? So this is the basic that the Buddha brings us back home first. Now, once you know this basic, once you know the home where your mental self belong to, you are safe now. You are safe. And then from then on, if you want to venture off from home, you know, to use your thoughts, your creative thought, or whatever, you can do it. You can do it because Jerry, basically Jerry, you know, pink Jerry, white Jerry, clear Jerry. These are the part of Jerry that create your inner universe, which is much bigger, vaster than the material universe. And that's why you can get lost so easily. We can get lost so easily in our inner universe. And this is the predicament of the entire humanity. We are lost. We are the lost soul within our inner universe. And that inner universe is made up of Jerry. That's why the Buddha gave us Vipassana, the full foundation of mindfulness, to bring you back to basic first, bring you back home first, know your home first. Once you know your home, then you can venture off. And then you'll be safe then, because no matter where you go, you'll be able to come home. Okay, so this is the summary that I will give you for today, because there are still a lot to talk about, a lot to talk about. I give you the basic first, okay, and then if Bhante Sumita, you know, like me to come back, I'm quite happy to come back, because this is a massive subject. So before I go, I like to let you know that this practice, okay, today I guided you to have a glimpse of your mental space or nirvana, okay, a glimpse, just a glimpse, because you are going to lose this state. You're going to lose this state sooner or later when you go back to your Jerry this and Jerry that, and then you come back to this. But this state of mind, this mental space, is recorded in your memory box now. You won't forget it. And you will always remember that how awesome it is. Oh, I want to go back. I want to go back. So how to go back? As I say, you reset your life accordingly if you fell in love with your mental space. Oh, I want to go back. So what you need to do, practice. Commitment, dedication, commitment, set up, you know, discipline yourself. Just like I discipline myself, you know, many years now, my discipline, even nowadays, even though I can get back to this mental space, you know, quite naturally now, no matter what I do, even though I'm talking like this, I can see my mental space quite innately. Okay. But I don't get complacent. Every morning I get up early. The first thing I do is yoga. Yoga, I do with my eyes closed and, you know, in meditative mood all the time, with my mental space all the time, okay? And then I meditate for another 50 minutes to 1 hour, okay? Soak more, just absorb myself back home to mom, to mommy, source, and then connect directly with source, give me more energy in there. And then thirdly, it's light outside, I go out to do my Tai Chi Qigong, okay, another 20 minutes at least. And all this routine, I do them before breakfast. If I get up late, I have breakfast late, so I get up early, but get up early is not a problem. So I like you to discipline yourself. If you fell in love with your mental space, okay, you must do to be able to have access to your mental space. The mental space is always there, always have, always will be there. It never disappears from you, but you cannot see it because it has been hindered has been blocked, okay, by Jerry. So your job is just to purge Jerry. Okay, so I think that my session today, I make it quite clear for you, helping you, you know, to purge Jerry and to reclaim your mental space back. The rest of this is you, entirely up to you, how you're going to live your life, because this is your life. I have done mine. Okay, that's how I can share all this with you. Okay, then thank you very much, Bhante Sumita, for inviting me back, and thank you everyone, okay, for sitting here with me for nearly 2 hours. I hope you enjoyed this session, and I hope very much that I can see you again in next session. Thank you. Goodbye.